Hey guys, today I want to talk about a watch I'm actually wearing right now. This is a Timex IRONMAN Triathlon 30 lap. This is a recent model I bought off of eBay and I'm pretty happy with. It's a pretty iconic series of watches, and I wanted to talk quickly about the history of it and some of the variations that are available with this watch. These watches are made for the Ironman Racing series, and they include a chronometer, a timer, and an alert system. So the first feature I'm going to show is the chronometer. You essentially hit start and it starts the countdown. What I love about this series of watches is it's so easy to set and reset. Let's show the timer feature. I have the timer set to 10 minutes, but if you want to set a countdown, let's say you're about to do exercise and you want to set a 3-second countdown. That's also extremely easy to put. So you're happy with 0 hours, 10 minutes, and you want to add 3 seconds. That's it. Now, all you have to do, hit start, give yourself a 3-second countdown, and your 10 minutes begins. Super easy. And then when you're done, let's say you finish before the timer, you just hit stop and reset, and you're good to go. The next feature is the occasions. Currently, I have no occasions set for this, but it's, if you want to set a date and time for your alarm to go off and just, I guess, give you a warning, yeah, the feature is available. And of course, you have the time zones. Right now, this is time zone 2. And then do I have time zone 3? Yes. And if, say you want to set time zone 2, you just hold down on the start stop. And now your time is permanently set to time zone 2. I want it back to time zone 1, which is Eastern. I've owned this watch for about 2 years, and it's worn pretty well. I would say there's been some kind of peeling of the coating on the actual plastic of the case. And this is all basically a plastic construction. But I've worn this in showers, I've worn this swimming. This really takes any kind of hits and damage you throw at it. It's really a beast. I've owned various kind of digital watches in the past, the typical Casios and G-Shocks, but I really tend to gravitate back to this one because first of all, as people go on and say, the visibility is really great with this screen. It's somewhat bigger than you would anticipate, and it's very bright. I also love the Indiglow. It tops anything Casio currently has, as it is the brightest. Let's see if I can set. Now, mind you, it's still a bit bright in this room, but as you can see, the Indiglow shines right through, and in the dark, it's incredibly noticeable, and there's a very high contrast. Really like that feature. Quickly talking about the strap of the watch now, I have a slightly thinner than average wrist, and I actually wear it around the 2nd or 3rd loop, depending on the temperature of the day, how my wrist swells, if I'm doing a certain activity, that'll affect how basically tight I wear it. But you can really wear this on a very large wrist. I guess it's kind of designed for American sizes. The great part about this strap, of course, is the keeper. It has somewhat of like a holder here that kind of secures it so the strap doesn't undo itself and flop around, which is a really nice touch. Talking about some of the variations of this watch, you'll see that there's a black version. There's also some with a negative display. But there's quite a few different variations. There's ones in pink. There's an all red version from 2013. This is the black with red accents, and this was released in 2016. It's a pretty solid piece. This is one I've been looking for, so I finally found it on eBay and actually decided to pull the trigger on it. It wasn't that expensive, but I'm really happy I got it, and it looks great. In terms of some of the variations over the years, I would say there is maybe a difference in the display. This one tends to be a little more blue, and this one's a bit more green. So maybe it's kind of a difference in technology there, although it's not too noticeable. I would say, yeah, you see more of the digital kind of shadow here, where on this version it appears much less. Although looking at it from my my eyes right now, I do see both showing the same thing. I just want to quickly compare this watch to another Ironman series. This is the Flix 100. I found this one on Amazon and I bought it for around $100. And I was really impressed with it. I think it has a really cool aesthetic. It's very like military, especially with this tan color. But I would say this is a lot harder to use than this one. This one you have 5 buttons and it sets really quickly. This one, it's like I had to read a manual basically how to set up an alarm, how to set the countdown timer to correct time. So definitely a lot more work, but this one has a memo feature, so you can actually type in text like your name or your phone numbers. People can easily find you, which is a great feature. But definitely different styles. This is more modern, I'd say. This has definitely got that 90s look and appeal, but both are great watches. This one, to me, just has that much more versatility and usability. Obviously, the Timex IRONMAN series has quite a few different variations of watches, but the 30 lap has a real neat place in my heart because there's just so much you can do with it. There's such a simple watch, yet it can be worn anywhere. It really slips on your wrist and you don't even notice that it's there. And when you need it, you can just flash it out, check your watch, and you're good to go. You can set a timer. Let's say, I don't know, you're doing some exercise or you're cooking some pasta. It's very easy to set it and forget it, which I really love about this watch. It's a sleeper for sure. I wouldn't say you would wear this to like a fancy event, but you can wear this basically anywhere else. And yeah, that's my review of the Timex IRONMAN Triathlon 30 lap edition. It's a really fantastic series of watches, and I think every person that has a watch collection should own at least one of these. All right, thanks for watching. Hope you can subscribe or like and share, and I'll be back with some more videos.